Wild and wet Tuesday in Hampton Roads, all thanks to Mother Nature.
Things are beginning to calm down for now, but the drenching we got this afternoon may not quite be over. If you had to be out in it today, you know just how much the area was hammered with rain.
It came down fast and hard, and for a lot of people, it left a lot of water on the streets. 10 on your side has the video from Suffolk when things began cranking up. The showers and storms moved quickly, but not without leaving their mark.
And this was the end result of some of it. A viewer sent us this picture from a soaked apartment complex on Gifford Street in Norfolk.
We have team coverage of these storms for you. We'll start with our chief meteorologist, Don Slater, who has been tracking the weather all afternoon.
Don, it's cooler out there now, too.
Yeah, just because of the rain for one thing, and then a little cool front has dropped on into the region. That little bit of a cool front has dropped our temperature down as well, but it's mainly the rain. Let's have a look at that rainfall, especially from earlier this afternoon. Between around noon and about 3 o'clock was really the heaviest of it that moved on through, and we had huge amounts of rain, especially into Virginia Beach, south of the interstate, especially, and right in the heart of things, 17th, 21st Streets, right on into here, and you'll see reports on that throughout the evening hours, and we'll have that for you a little bit later on. As far as rainfall into Virginia Beach right now, it is light rainfall. No lightning going on in the past 5 minutes out of this particular area. We look to the peninsula as well. Things are very, very quiet here. We did have heavy, heavy rain north of Williamsburg and really into Williamsburg and sweeping on through Gloucester Courthouse and on out over the Chesapeake Bay. Over the eastern shore, you've not seen as much rain, but you are getting some rainfall, especially to Accomack County right now. And we're starting to see some redevelopment into these areas. North of Ahoskie, you can see it to the south of Capron, some heavier rainfall. There's where Murfreesboro is, and again, this is just north of Ahoskie. Between Boykins and Cortland, some very, very heavy rainfall. We did have a little bit of lightning out of that just a little earlier, but that's tended to settle on down toward Boykins and Cross Keys and Newsoms for right now. I'll be watching these throughout the evening hours, but I just want to show you the remarkable amount of rainfall that Virginia Beach had between noon and 1 o'clock. Nothing as far as rainfall totals at that point. Then we had 1 o'clock in the afternoon, an inch and a half basically in just an hour's time, and then add another 0.8 of an inch, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. 2 2/3 inches of rainfall basically between noon and 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's just to give you an idea of why there's flooding in Virginia Beach. You get an inch and a half, 2 1/4 inches of rainfall in an hour and 2 hours worth of time. We're not likely to see rainfall as heavy as that, but we still got a chance of rainfall. I'll tell you all about that with our forecast in just a few minutes.
And our team coverage continues of heavy rain across the area. One of the hardest hit of the region was the Virginia Beach oceanfront.
A viewer sent us this picture from 12th Street. Look at all the water there. 10 on your side's Erin Kelly is live now at the oceanfront with more on what people have been dealing with. Erin.
Yeah, it's pretty messy out here. We're on Baltic and 16th Street. Some of the water has receded, leaving like this trail of debris in the street here. Earlier, I showed you when I went all the way back up here, the water was up to the top of my boots. Over here along the edge of the road, this is the fence for Cook Elementary School. Water about halfway up the fence now. It was up higher earlier, but as I said, the water has receded just a little bit. But neighbors have been dealing with a mess out here. We've got floating recycle bins in the middle of the road here, and we've got cars pulled up onto the lawns because they're trying to protect the cars. I talked to one neighbor who said that he's had some issues with flooding coming into the house. We know that there have been some concerns about people driving by and that creating a wake, sending it into the house. We're going to get an update in a few minutes with Virginia Beach Public Works. We're going to have that coming up for you tonight on WAVY News 10 at WAVY News 10 at 10 and 11. So stay tuned for that. That's the latest here at the oceanfront. Erin Kelly, 10 on your side.
Many of you have been sending us pictures of today's storms, and it's not just rain causing issues. The fast-moving storms also kicked up some wind, which sent part of a tree down in the Waters Road area of Great Bridge and Chesapeake.
And even before the rain started coming down, it looked ominous. This is an incredible view. It comes from Jared Salisbury, a picture from atop the South Norfolk Jordan Bridge.